Hey everyone, and welcome back to another exciting tutorial. In today's video, we will look at how we can dynamically filter and remove specific values from our table using Power Query. First, let's look at how we can do it in the simplest of ways, but very ineffective. So we have some sample sales data here. It's already in a table format. If your data is not in a table format, you can select all the data using Ctrl A and then press Ctrl T, click on OK, and you have converted your data into a table format, which is always recommended for Power Query. From Data tab, click on From Table/Range. This will open up the Power Query editor. Rename the query to something nice. Within our sales data, we will focus on salesperson column, the column right here. We will exclude transactions for Karen, tough luck for Karen. From Salesperson tab, click on Filter, and within Text Filters, select Does Not Equal To, and then from drop down, select your relevant value, which is Karen Williams. Click on OK, and you can see Karen Williams is filtered out of our data. Click on Close and Load, and you are done. Let me quickly double check and see if the filter pulls up Karen, and rightly so, we don't have it. So this is the ineffective method. Now let's say we want to filter out Darren as well. We will need to edit our query and add Darren in there as well and follow all of the steps again. But we are not going to do that. Instead, we will look at two workaround methods. So let me delete this query. So right click on query, click on delete. I'm going to get rid of the tab as well. Now let's create another table in a new Excel tab or worksheet. Let's add a new tab here. And here we are going to create a new table. The column name will be salesperson. And here we will add Darren and Karen. Right. Select all of the data. Press Ctrl T. This will convert it into a table format. Rename the table and let's call it exceptions. Load this into Power Query as well. Back to Data tab. From Table/Range. From Close and Load, click on the drop down and select Close and Load to. Select only Create a Connection. We don't want this to load it back as a table. Click on OK. And we have our query of exceptions within the Power Query. Go back to Sales Data Sample. Now let's load the original table as well. So from Data tab, click on From Table/Range. Let's rename it. You can actually rename your original table as well, and that will make sure that your Power Query is assigned the same name that your table is named, and you will not have to rename it each time. Next, we will merge our sales query with exceptions on salesperson column. While having the main query selected, click on Merge Queries and click on drop down. We will select Merge Queries. Merge queries as new, we can do it as well, but I'm just gonna use merge queries. Here we will select salesperson column from our main table, and now it's asking us to select the second table from which we will need to look up from. That's going to be exceptions. The relevant column will be salesperson. We will leave the join kind as it is. Left outer is basically a VLOOKUP where it finds the result from table on the right, which is going to be this table, and then return the value back to the left table. Leave the other options as default. Notice where it says selection matches 277 of 2823 rows from first table. This is because we are only matching Darren and Karen from our first table. Click on OK, and this creates a new column with our data from exceptions query. On this new column, click on expand icon, which basically are two arrows facing opposite directions. Click on it. Uncheck where it says use original column as prefix. Click on OK, and this returns data from exceptions table. Notice we only have our values returned against transactions for Darren and Karen. Everything else is null. Click on filter drop down, deselect everything. We just want to select the null values here. Click on OK, and this effectively filters out all rows where sales agent is not Darren or Karen. Once done, we can remove the helper sales column we created. So let me remove it. Right click on it, remove. This is really a great feature of Power Query where your whole query does not crash if you remove a dependent column, unlike regular Excel. With the column gone, we can now close and load, and we should get our data with those values removed. Alright, let's test it. On salesperson, let's try to search Karen. It's not there. Let's select Darren. It's not there either, which means our query worked. Now, it's always a good idea to test your work, so let's expand our exception table and add Jacob Williams in there as well. So here, we're going to say Jacob Williams. I'm just gonna check if the spellings are correct. So I'm gonna do Control Find, and yep, it's correct. Now, let's check our row count before refreshing the query. It's currently at 2547. So from Data tab, click on Refresh All, and you can see our row count has reduced to 2371. Now, just to double check, from sales column, let's check if we have Jacob in there, and we don't have it. Voila, we now have the capability to dynamically remove any specific value we want using helper table. As a bonus, I will show another way to do this as well, which does not involve creating a separate table. Instead, we create a list inside a Power Query. Let's do that. Go back to Power Query Editor, and here we will create a new table from new source, other sources, and click on blank query. To create a list is very simple. Press equal sign and you give curly brackets, and then you start entering your values separated with a comma. So let's add our first value, let's add our second value and third value. Now let's convert this to table. So click on to table. I'm not going to change anything here, so just click on OK, and we have our table here. We can just rename our column as before, and from here onward the steps are similar. From your main query you will merge this helper query with it, and then you will apply a filter and just keep the NaN values, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the content and learned something new. If you like to see similar content, please add them in the comment section. Till next time, happy coding.